Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to Day 3 of the Industrial Ethernet Week 2022. It's great to have you here again on our virtual stage in the digital world of Ethernet. 2 days ago, we learned a lot about the technologies, how to connect in the future, the field level with the cloud. Yesterday, we had great examples how it is possible to design SPE devices, but also powerful Ethernet devices already today, what kind of connectivity you can use for that to make it even more powerful than today. Today we will do the hopefully logic next step and talk a lot about how to connect those devices. So how does the infrastructure look like? What kind of cabling is available from HARTING? What kind of innovative field attachable connectors you are able to use there, and hopefully we give you some new ideas, some new thoughts with talking about that. But first of all, to bring you the result of the poll we did yesterday, to show you that there will be SPE devices quite soon on the market to be connected in hopefully your machines. We asked, are you actually planning a concrete device with using single pair Ethernet as network technology? And the answers, there were coming in much answers. We were really happy about that. 8%, and these are a lot of companies, I can tell you, having a running project designing SPE into an Ethernet device. 16% will start that during the next 24 months. And 56% are just learning the technology, are informing themselves about the technology to start a development then within the next 5 years, I guess. So more and more devices will be available, and the idea of a fully Ethernet structured network even down to the field level will become even more a reality than it is already today. But that's enough from yesterday. Let's start into the third day with the following slots. We will have a spotlight on installation solutions today in all slots. We will start with Jakob Dück. He is Industrial Segment Manager for the machinery market, expert in how you are building up your machines and how this maybe look like in the future. Later on, we will hear about the existing cable assemblies, the future cable assemblies to connect all the devices within the end application. And last but not least, we will talk about field attachable connectors when it comes to Ethernet connectivity and the digital product data coming with those connectors. So now it's, for me, time to leave you with your experts, and thank you again that you're all here, and I would like to welcome Jakob. Stage is yours. Thank you very much for joining.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kilian. Welcome to all of you. Good morning, good evening from my side. As Kilian said, I'm Industry Segment Manager for machinery, and in my professional life, I was doing for machinery companies approximately 13 years. And this is the reason why I would say I have a little bit knowledge about what we are speaking today. First of all, I would like to start with a global view on different industries, because we are speaking today a lot of things about smart factory, Industry 4.0, and so on and so on. But again, we know that these all issues are changing the industry for itself. What is a global situation? For me especially, I'm speaking more about smart factory because I'm Industry Segment Manager for machinery or mechanical engineering, and I'm more familiar with that. Let us take a look why we are speaking about digitalization in general, why it's so important. First of all, we know, and this is the latest study of IDC, we know that in 2022, almost 2/3 of the global GDP will be generated by the first time by the digitalization. It is really a milestone. You see here 2021, it was my mistake, sorry. It is 2022. That means in this year, we will get globally, worldwide, a GDP of approximately 65% will be done by digitalized product. At the same time, especially for production systems, or a lot of OEMs or operators for production systems are a little bit confused with sentences like, from T-Systems, digitalization is disrupting existing business models and global markets became increasingly volatile. What does it mean? Is digitalization a risk? Or are the changes what you, our customers, what we as HARTING can have in the future higher than our chances are higher than the potential in general? And of course, I hope you agree with me, the German Association of the Industry is saying the Ethernet of Things and Services is now becoming an integral part of manufacturing. Industry 4.0 paves the way, the personalized product, new services, and a more flexible working environment. This is a global view, a top-down view. If we are looking deeper in the situation, I was looking for one example where we can take a look to the problem what OEMs of as machinery builders or end users or operators are looking into this problem. What is the problem there? I know, and you, I think you will agree with me, a lot of software, a lot of data infrastructure is developed in the past based on hardware infrastructure like drives, HMIs, controllers, and so on and so on. And it is not possible to break down everything and to say nothing what was in the past we need in the future. And I was looking for one example where what is really known, and it was really interesting that Mr. Elon Musk, everybody knows him as a guy who is CEO and owner of Tesla. He is explaining the situation for battery manufacturing, especially in connecting with new contract with Panasonic. And Elon Musk said about the first battery manufacturing plant in the US. First, we realized that the true problem where the greatest potential lies is building the machine that makes the machine. In other words, building the factory. And remember, please remember, you can read it, they get a higher effectiveness, approximately 10 times higher than in the past, with only 10 to 15% of effort what was done in this manufacturing plant. You can imagine how large, how big was this step for Tesla. But at the end of the day, the same Mr. Elon Musk is saying, we did go too far on the automation front and automated, digitalized some pretty silly things. So how we can balance this? How we can have the balance of that? And this is a matter what we are speaking today about, because why we as HARTING are absolutely sure and can guarantee you that we can find the right solution for you on the physical layer. First of all, HARTING is known since years and years as a really more than 70 years as a manufacturer for connectorized solutions for nearly everything what you need in the industry, especially for production systems, for power, and so on and so on. Secondly, we are now jumping in the role that we are the trendsetter for data interfaces. Also, of course, based on our knowledge of industrial interfaces. And especially this combination gives us the possibility to support you in the best way with the optimized solutions. And the second reason, I would like to show you the machine, because we have our own machinery builder, HARTING Applied Technologies. This is a fully modular, one model of a fully modularized machine. You can imagine we can use assembling, we can manufacture assembling machines with up to 7 to 8 different modules with upstream and downstream modules. And as you can imagine, everywhere in these machines are used our HARTING interfaces, because we are speaking today about Ethernet interfaces, especially data interfaces. We have an HMI where you see special interface for service needs and similar issues. Then we have some units, of course, from different manufacturers, as a KUKA robot with data interfaces. If we would like to take a look into the control cabinet, you see a lot of connections between KUKA control units, different units for control systems, our own HARTING Ethernet switches with EX, really, really small parts, Ethernet switches with RJ45, and so on and so on. Everything what you see here on the physical layer are HARTING products. If you will go further, you will see later how important it is that we have all different types of connectors, but we allow you also to migrate your network systems in the way what we have, in the way what is comfortable for you. For example, printing unit connected by Ethernet in IP20, sensor boxes, IP65. Connection, I will open this, RJ45 connections for units, connected units there. And additionally, some connectorized possibilities as hybrid connections for upstream and downstream modules. So this is the second reason why we as HARTING are able to provide you the right solution. Now I would like to go through the general idea, what it means. As already mentioned, we know that we are going from the sensor level network via the standardized field buses, and this is only a picture for known field buses. Then we are going to industrial Ethernet, where we are today, and this is the situation where we are migrating with you together, like you saw yesterday and the day before yesterday, to the single pair Ethernet. And the idea, our idea or our approach is that you as a customer, on your path of migration, you have to be totally free if you are choosing your connectorized data interfaces. You see this building for industrial production system for global building. And the idea is that on all level of protection requirements, what you need, we can guarantee you that we have the right solution, and you will never get any problems to find the right solution. This is only a short picture how it can be done on different levels. You see the lowest level is the level with only AMC protection. The second level is the IP protection, different degrees, IP protection degrees. The third level is the situation if you need special vibration or mechanical environment problems. And the highest level, additional level, I would say, we have also hygienic or interfaces for hygienic zones. Additionally, what you need, and we know this, you need different products independent of your production processes. For example, here you see the typical representative of connectors, of Ethernet connectors, is RJ45. And we have here one product is a so-called multi-future, multifunction RJ45, and the second one is a pre-link. This is a totally different products. Why? The first one is possible to connect absolutely toolless, and the second one is a product where you have really, really high level of quality, but for this type you need some tools. And the second issue why we are saying that you have a freedom to choose the right connection is you can combine everything with everything and you can protect it in the right way. And this, one of this example is the so-called HAN Brit. You see also RJ45 in a small connector, and our HAN modular system where you can combine different modules together. Of course, we know that the situation today is that industrial Ethernet is going further more and more, and we see the situation approximately since 5 years that the share of industrial nodes, industrial Ethernet nodes, is really higher than the share of old styled, let me say, field buses. And the picture, what you see here on your screen, shows this again. What I would like to do with you is now to change and to say, is it really so that you as a customer, you as an OEM, or you as an end user operator of your system are totally free and totally independent from the environmental issues? I would like to show you some products, what we have. This is my small cabinet, and you see that this cabinet we have equipped with different types of our own Ethernet switches and similar. And already here you see the path of migration. For example, you see here our 5-port Ethernet switch with RJ45, 5-port fast Ethernet, 100 megabit is the highest, 100 megabit per second is the highest speed. But I would recommend the so-called EX connector, where you still are in the range of 8 pair connectivity, but you are working here with gigabit connector. So, and now I would like to demonstrate how we can go with you together from the IP20, from my small control cabinet, how you can go into the next level in the IP65 environment, or go further on the fabrication level, and so on, up to and go further to the cloud. The idea is you have, every time you have the situation that you can change from the IP20 environmental systems to IP65, IP67 degree environment. And I will take the RJ45, EX Ethernet switch, and I can connect it directly with our panel feed through. Then I can take the push-pull with RJ45 and go further in the next level in the IP65 environment and go to the Ethernet switch with IP65 and push-pull connectors. You see, I have just to put it on, sorry. So that's there. And I can go further with the next connector with different types. In this types, it is a screw connector and so on. You see that the idea to have to be absolutely free in your choosing is there. As next examples, you see the panel feed through for RJ45, where you can combine RJ45 and Ethernet connections with power connectors, with power contacts. You can combine it with connectors like, in that case, HAN3A for outdoor applications, and so on and so on. And last but not least, you saw it yesterday, but I would like to repeat it today. You can go in your migration way and to go further with converters from RJ45 or from today's Ethernet, standard Ethernet, to single pair Ethernet. And this is the reason why you can create your own new equipment based on all our experiences, but you have the possibility today and you are free today for everything what you need. This is the idea behind of this. I would like to go back to my presentation and to show you some other pictures. As already mentioned, we are working in different industries, in energy, for example, like wind energy, in transportation, that means in railway applications where, for example, mechanical shock and vibration is on really, really high level, or, as already mentioned, in production systems. But where you can find our recommendations, it is absolutely easy. You have to go to our website. If you go to our website, you can see on the headline, you see markets. By clicking on these markets, it's not really live, it is a part of my presentations. By clicking on this, you get different markets like railway, robotic, assembling, wind energy, or production systems, machinery. And then the next slide shows the example of robotic. For example, you are clicking on the part of assembly robots, and by clicking on that, you will get our recommendations, different recommendations for different products, of course, but also recommendations, for example, for data connectivity. And by clicking here or there, you will get a lot of products, and you can see here that this product finder can help you to find only RJ45 products. We are working every day on this as industry segment manager to make it in the proper way and make this recommendation as full as possible. I hope this overview shows in short way how easy from one side it is to find the right optimized solution. And believe me, the problem is not to find the connectorized solution for your, especially for your problem. The most issue is how you, our customer, can handle your data in that way that you get, you can create new values for your customers, for your operators, and so on and so on. But my message to you is, please, let us work together. If you are an OEM, equipment manufacturer, you are built on your core competences and take targeted measures for expand existing functionalities. If you are an end user, you know you are very familiar with problems of your equipment where you are using. But at the end of the day, we are on the way to create new values for everybody, new values on the way to Industry 4.0. And this is my main message, or our main message today. And in the future, please give us as HARTING a chance, contact your HARTING, our HARTING colleagues in your local subsidiary, in your country. Ask us, HARTING colleagues, about your problems. I can guarantee you that we will find exactly optimized solution for you in any way.